Kathy.
And I'm Toyi.
And welcome to another episode of
Talking Spree. Hi, this is Toyi.
And I'm Kathy.
And welcome to another episode of Talking Spree. Kathy.
Yes, ma'am.
I saw this video on Instagram. If you're still with your parents at the age of 25, then you're lazy. What could be your excuse staying in your parents' house as a man at that age? 25, 30?
To me, you know me, I always see different sides of stories or situations. Don't roll your eyes at me, Toy. But it's the truth. Listen, okay, fine. He's a man. He's not married. He doesn't have kids. Okay? Okay, there could be many different reasons why he's still in his parents' house. No, it's true. No, listen to what I'm saying.
Are you kidding me right now? Like,
listen to what I'm saying. Okay. You have the man that's lazy, doesn't work, and he lives off his parents. Now, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
Well, it could be part of his upbringing. Maybe
it's his parents' fault.
The parents made him to have everything so bad that he relies so much
that
on
one. Fine. It's his parents' fault. Then you have the one that they moved out, tried life, something happened, they had to fall back. Now they're trying to get themselves up and going. That's okay. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yes.
Okay. Then you have the one that's just plain lazy, like just don't want to do anything. You know, they just sit back and just play video games at the age of 30, don't want to do anything with their lives. Then you have the ones who are maybe going to school. Because you have men who are going to medical school. Do you think you know how much money it is for medical school? And if they decide that, okay, they're going to stay at home, you know, get their degree, get themselves together, and then they move out, that's also fine. So it depends. Like I said, it depends.
Okay, my own take is if you're not sick or disabled, then what could be your excuse? Like all of those things that you have just mentioned could be part of it. But I still believe that there are parents who indulge their children in things like this. You know? I mean, if you're a certain age, come on.
Yeah, it's time to get out of the house.
It's time to get out of the house. Don't people like their freedom?
That's true.
I know, right? Like you, because now, if you're still living under your parents, you still have to follow some rules.
Right.
You still have to do things in some ways,
and
the way your parents do things.
There are people who, grown adults who have a career, who have a job, and they still live with their parents. I mean, they have their own rooms or, you know, their own bathrooms or whatever, and they still live with their parents.
Yeah,
maybe
but
they're saving to buy a home, their own home, or their parents just be like, you know what, just stay in the house, because at the end of the day, when I'm old, or maybe when I die, if I die before you, this house is gonna be yours. So they stay, they take care of their parents. I think the reason had to be known. I know you don't hold anybody an explanation, but in a certain thing like this, for us to just stay outside and judge.
Yeah.
Like, we should judge fairly. Judge with options. You know?
But let me tell you, when I got married and I came to United States of America and I realized that, oh, I can go to kitchen whenever I want, I can do my own things the way I want it, I was happy, like, whoa!
Freedom.
Like, wow, this is freedom, like I can make my own decisions.
Okay, so what do you say if a woman lives with her parents as she's 30 years old? You don't see anything wrong with that,
I think they see it differently when it comes to the issue of women.
Why?
You know, like, of course it depends on the culture. Like in my culture, if a woman starts to live by themselves at the age of 20, 25, no, especially when you get out of college and you start to live by yourselves, people tend to look at it like, oh, she's wayward, you know, she's this, she's that. Like they believe that when you're living under your parents, you still have some people that are guiding you, that are talking to, that you would not be inviting different type of men into the house. But now you're living by yourself, you have no control over it. Like nobody has control over.
Why can't they think that, oh, she's just trying to be independent, she's career driven, and she just wants to hold her own and she wants to be independent. Why can't they think like that?
They're not gonna think like that.
Why do you gotta say the negative? Like, why it always has to be negative
with women,
with African people?
I
don't understand why.
I don't know. I think it's just the belief. Would I just say the belief? Because when it comes to the issue of women, they handle it differently more than they handle the issue of men.
Right.
So I would think like, okay, if you're still with your parents, because at some point, and then probably they look at women like, you're not going to be the head of the home. This man is going to be the head of the home. He should be the one that is responsible. He should be the one that should go and start to live by himself, to be able to take care of himself and say how he will be able to take care of a woman or a family when he gets one. Right,
but here we go again with the man is supposed to go take care of his family. But then women are supposed to women are supposed to come up with half, right? Share responsibilities.
They don't have to.
I'm traumatized permanently by you. You're contradicting yourself, going.
Well, I know, because in some things you have to accept and in some things you have to reject, even though it might look like the same, but at the end of the day, it's not the same. It's not the same. Because if a woman,
why do you separate it? Why?
I just told you the reason why they say that if a woman is living by themselves or they're living in their house. See, a lot of time in Nigeria, mostly women, when they live by themselves, men hardly go to them and say like they want to marry them because they look at them like they're irresponsible. I don't know why. I think it's just the culture and the belief.
But shouldn't a man be happy that a woman is independent?
Is independent.
She has her own. She has goals.
I think it should be like that.
Career driven. So why would they think that?
That's well, I don't know. They just believe. I told you, you know, the reason behind that, which I don't agree with. Even here in United States of America, like when the kids go to school at the age of 18, 19, you know, they're out of, at the age of like 21, 22, they're out of college. Their parents still expect them to move back into the house if they're girls. Move back into the house to come and do what? They already started living by themselves. Exactly. What is the point?
What is the
point? They're already used to this type of life. And now you're going to bring them back to the house to come and start all over again.
Some learning your ways moved away to college because they wanted to get out of the house, period. And they decide to stay in whatever state they are just to not go back home. They want to be free. They want to be independent. They want to start their lives. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I don't see anything wrong with that either. But I would like to see my kids being around me until they get married. You know?
Me too.
So anyway, I just see it as pure laziness. If you're a man and you're still living under your mother's roof, your parents' roof, at that age, 30, 25, you know.
It depends though.
Get a job, get a life, be responsible.
Of course you have to get a job. Why would you just live there and not have a job?
Sometimes they might not have a job because they see free food, they're not paying the bills and everything. Sometimes they don't.
That's their parents.
Sometimes they just feel
the parents' fault. I'm not gonna blame them. I'm sorry. I am not going to blame them.
But what if the parents tells them and they didn't listen? Their parents
because you're feeding them. You're giving them everything that they want.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna put locks in all the refrigerator, the freezer. You're gonna put locks in food. What happens to the parents themselves? They're not gonna
go out and eat. Who cares? Go find yourself a job. Period. Don't buy no food.
Wow.
It's called tough love, darling.
Well, you might be right on there. But hey, so if you're 25 and above, you know some people even raise kids in their parents' home.
Yeah. It happens all the time. What's wrong with that?
And how will the wife be comfortable living that type of life, living under your husband? Now the man is a husband. He's a father. Like, I don't get that.
Maybe they're saving to buy their own home.
If I'm a woman, I don't want that type of life. Hell, no.
Exactly. Maybe she does.
What woman would want that type of life?
Never. Of course. Why not?
A wife.
Yes. Some people do. Everybody's not the same toy.
What would be their excuse though?
Not everybody think like us.
And then as a wife, that my mother-in-law will be thinking for me, will be doing, I won't be able to say this is mine.
That's
that
understandable, exactly. But if that's what they want, that's what they want. It's their reality.
No, I don't want that kind of reality.
Exactly, you don't, but they do. So, what can we do?
They can talk to me. I can help them. I can say like, I can tell the wife.
You gonna buy them a house?
No, because sometimes the wife might be comfortable with it too. I'm not saying nothing to the husband, and just feel like, oh, this is what my husband wants. My husband wants us to stay in his parents' house, so that's what we're gonna do.
Oh yeah, okay.
What kind of stupid life is that? I don't want that life. Freedom! I love my freedom! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Right?
But wait,
Do I sound good? My voice?
maybe we could make some money off it.
Yeah!
I'm thinking, yeah. Everything's just... Pete says no.
Oh my god, that's not nice.
Toyin, you have a very good voice. Don't listen to Pete. He's just a hater.
Thank you, see? Alright, this brings us to the end of the topic. Please, if you're a man, be responsible. You should know the age that is appropriate for you to leave your parents' house and get out.
Please don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like, and please share our videos.